Hello everyone, my name is Lorthorn and welcome to Bewitchment Every Ritual. I did one of these a bit ago, but rituals change and, well, there's new ways to do bewitchments, rituals, or circle magic. Now, rituals! The very first ritual we have for us today is the Ritual of Barrier. Requires 2 rings of white, some heavily extract, and some salt. Now, to do a ritual, you throw the things into the center, make sure you have altar power, and you right click on it. That will activate the ritual, and this is the Ritual of Barrier. If I am correct in my assumptions, the zombie actually can't get to me anymore. If we stand in here, and he comes towards us, we should be perfectly safe within the boundaries of our circle. Yep, he can't get to us. He's getting pushed back. Excellent. Other side too, can't get to us. Lovely stuff. Now, the ritual will last for half a day, or if you wish to end it early, you can right-click the center of the circle. I, however, don't want to get killed, so I'm going to do that after the fact. And there we go. You can see it fades out, and now he can approach closer. Right. Now you may have noticed that it's just coming to the dawn, and we have daylight out here. But if we want to go back to night, we can do the Ritual of Nightfall, or something like that. Anyways, Grimelisker and Silver, put that into 1 ring of light, like so, and it should change the time to night. Now, if we want the Ritual of Dawn, that'll require a gold ingot and cleansing balm. You get those together, do that ritual, and it will make it back to dawn again. So you can change the time with simple rituals. Now, if you want to find resources right underneath your circle, you can get 2 rings of purple, add an emerald, and earth ichor. Put that together, and you'll get the Ritual of Divination. This will tell you what valuables are below the circle. Apparently there's 14 blocks of gold down there. And will all be. Appears to be the case. Now, divination is all well and good, but what if you have to clear a curse from someone or yourself? Well, you can do the Ritual of Cleansing for that. Get a tag lock of yourself, throw it into a white circle with a red circle around the outside, then add a golden apple and some cleansing balm, and this will give you the Ritual of Cleansing, which will remove all curses from the target that has, well, the said curse and tag lock on them. This is not guaranteed, but it gives you a pretty good chance of having the curse removed. Moving to an entirely different kind of ritual, what if you want to put out all the lights that someone has so kindly set up in some area? Well, get yourself a singular purple ring, put down an obsidian block and some grim abstract, and start the Ritual of Darken. Shift the target with the waystone, and it will wipe out all light sources in the area. As you can see, it just blasted those torches to smithereens. So it's a way to hex someone at range if you don't like them lighting up the world. Now, if tree leaves aren't your thing, you can summon a hurricane with 2 rings of white chalk, some heavenly extract, a block of ice, and some mandrake root. Start that ritual off, send it to where you want to get rid of all those pesky leaves, and it will clear out all the lovely nature from the area, only leaving pristine wood behind. Also, a few nice little, well, seeds and tree leaves and all that stuff. If you want your crops to grow, you can do the Ritual of Propagation. Also, with 2 rings of white, it requires a block of bone, some wheat, and earth ichor. Start up the ritual, relocate it to where you want the propagation to happen, and it will cause some rapid growth to affect an area. It will also make animals grow to their full height quicker, making animal breeding ridiculously fast and simple for you. I think one of the most useful rituals is perhaps the one of propagation. So be sure to get this nice ritual done. Now, doing magic rituals actually doesn't burn any coal, just the powers of nature around it. But it's really entirely ecologically friendly. So if you want to do your smelting and cooking in an eco-friendly way, you can do the Ritual of Forging, which requires an inner ring of red, an outer ring of white, some fiery oily stuff, a blaze rod, and just a simple incantation. This will start the Ritual of Refine, which will now refine everything you throw into the area, cooking them up. So, it's a ecological way, without coal, so to say, to get yourself some lovely cooked steak and some smelted iron ingots. Have you ever thought, man, the weather's too nice? Well, if you use a bucket of water, some aqua centra, a ring of white chalk, and just a little bit of altar power, you can start the ritual of deluge, which will make it rain. Now, if the rain doesn't quite do it for you, and you want everything to be absolutely sopping, you can do the ritual of drench, which requires a lily pad, a melon slice, more of this aqua oil, again another white ring of chalk, and this will do drench, as I just said. And this will extinguish all fires and make everything in the area wet. However, this ritual is more localized than your normal one, and so you have to target on specific location. As you can see, it extinguished the fire there. If you've had enough with rain, then fill the center circle with red chalk, throw in a piece of coal and some fiery serum, and that will give you the ritual of drought, ceasing all, well, wet weather. If we want to kick you up a bit with the removing water rituals, then we can do the ritual evaporation. This requires 2 rings of red fiery chalk, some fiery serum, a bit of netherrack, a lava bucket, and preferably a location of which to cause the evaporation. And this will eliminate? Yes, this will eliminate an absolutely astonishing amount of water. Now, I know that some of you probably have come to this video wanting to know how to tame yourself a familiar. Well, that's included too. First, of course, you need to tame the animal. You can get this owl here with some raw rabbit. Now he's sitting down. He's a perfect victim for us. Or, I mean, candidate for taming. You'll need a tag lock. And you'll need a tag lock of him. Now, this tag lock is actually really, really hard to get. So, to get it right, you have to have your animal sitting, like I do. Then, hold down Shift and sneak up behind them. Once you're right behind them, punch them in the back with a tag lock, and this will get you a tag lock of your pet. It's the only way to do it. It's really inconvenient. That's how it's done. Then create a circle of fiery chalk in the middle and have purpley void chalk around the outside. Put in a mandrake root, a demon heart, a bit of ectoplasm, and a tag lock, and this will complete the ritual of binding. Once the ritual is complete, you should have yourself a familiar. I happen to already have a familiar, which I forgot about, but that is how the ritual works. It should do it. You have to have a tamed animal with that tag lock, but once you get it all done, you'll get the familiar. Now, if you wish to cease having that familiar, you can do the ritual of severing. Now, the ritual of severing requires a white ring of central chalk and an outer ring of the void. Then it requires the tag lock of the animal you wish to sever from, salt, silver, and garlic. And completing this ritual will sever you from the bound familiar. Again, this is not going to work though, because that's just a tag lock of this fellow. But that's how you get it done. Now, for whatever reason, if you wish to remove an enchantment from an item, let's say as the Curse of Vanishing or whatever, you can do the ritual of hexing. This requires an outer ring of void chalk, inner of fiery, then Grim Abstract, Blaze Rod, and Ender Pearl. Start up the ritual, throw in the item you wish to be disenchanted, and it shall banish the enchantment from the item, and I think return all experience to you. Now, if you wish to enchant your item, then you can do the ritual of imbuing, which requires a block of lapis lazuli, a book, and some aqua centra. Start up the ritual, throw in your unenchanted item, and the ritual should imbue it with enchantment. This ritual will require 5 levels of experience, and it will give you a random enchantment of high level. If you wish to become unkillable while in your circle, then there's a little ritual you can do, which is called the Ritual of Immortality. It requires Cleansing Balm, a diamond, and some Phantom Membrane. You start the ritual, and you get the Ritual of Immortality, I guess it's called. And this should make you impossible to kill while within the circle, or under its effects. Of course, this does not apply to void damage, which is falling into the void, but all other damage you might take is mitigated. Now you'll see, once I leave this circle, and start getting hit by the zombies, I guess I have to get out of its range, then I start taking damage again. So it's only within a certain area that it makes you immune to all damage, but that is still pretty good, especially for dealing with various different bosses in the game. Now, have you noticed that that guy over there is being eyeing us all funny-like? Well, we can strike him with a lightning bolt if we want to, with the Ritual of Smiting. I think it's one of my favorite rituals. It requires a ring of white chalk in the middle, red chalk on the outside, then redstone dust, heavenly aspect, a bit of iron. I'd recommend readjusting the center of the spell's location with a waystone, and then it'll call down a lightning bolt for you. And wow, he just evaporated from that. Now for this next ritual, I would recommend you building a stone wall around your circle like I have here. This will require 2 rings of red chalk, and it's the ritual for summoning a demon. Now, why I recommend the wall of stone is, for one, it keeps the demon from getting out, but also keeps the sacrifice from getting out of the circle. So, put down belladonna, snake's tongue, demon horn, acantian, a diamond, and get a villager summoned to the circle. Get your anthem, atim, little knife thingy, murder the villager. See, he tries to run away, and that's why we have the wall set up now. So anyways, kill him inside the circle, and stop moving, you little sucker. Oi! I just want to sacrifice you to a demon. There we go. And that will start the summoning of a demon. Now, you can get male demons and female demons. They don't seem to like each other all that much now, do they? It is rather random chance of what kind of demon you will get, but there is something fun that you can do with summoning a demon. Now, once we kill this villager, we can use the waystone to actually summon the demon at a different location. So, if you want to, you can summon a demon inside your enemy's or friend's house, which doesn't seem very nice. Now you can also summon the Wither. However, that's a little too destructive and makes the rest of the showcase really hard to do as he blows up a lot of my setup, so I'm not going to do that. Every other ritual though, I will do. And there's not that many left, we're getting near to the end here. So far we've brought things to us, and we have sent things to other locations. But what about sending ourselves to a different location? Well, that can be done too, with the Ritual of Transportation, or Teleportation. Whatever it's called, might even be called Warp. It is called Warp. Anyways, get yourself the purple circle in the middle, that's all you need. Then get Earth Ichor, throw that down, and a waystone, tap that together, and it will make a ritual that will send anyone standing within the circle to the new location, which I think is a really nifty means to travel. Then, once the ritual is completed, it doesn't last all that long, we'll actually leave behind a waystone. So if you get several waystones set up and you have a friend who also has a magic circle, then you can basically teleport back and forth from one location to another with the waystones, as long as you make sure to always reset them. So really, no distance can keep you and your coven apart when you have ritual magic at your beck and call. Okay, final bits, the big demons. So, there's 2 big demons that can be summoned with these rituals. Now, Lilith and the Lord of the Hunt are summoned in a different way. You can find that out for yourself. But this is for Bafont and Leonardo DiCaprio. So Belfont is a bit of a nerd. He requires paper to be summoned. He also needs a Fire Charge, Demon Horn, Demon Heart, Fiery Sermon, and Grim Aspect. Then, you want to take yourself a sheep, murder it with a knife, and that will start the ritual of summoning Bafont. Bafont? This goat with a fiery head, and he is taking out all my tips in trying to murder cows. He also summons blazes to him. or her. Can't exactly tell it. Anyways, we're going to get rid of our friend here for the time being to summon to ourselves Leonardo, or Leonard, however you say his name. His summoning is very similar to the last one we just did. However, instead of paper and fire charge, he requires a gas tier and some blaze powder. Then, fiery serum, demon heart, grim extract, demon horn, and again, another sheep to be killed. And this time, we will get a very different looking demon. He's a big goat man in a robe, and he's a lot friendlier than the last one. He's also the patron demon of witches, and he will summon witches to his aid in fighting. He's also a goat. Yes, both the demons we summoned are goats. They're kind of weird. And that is all the rituals in Bewitchment. Now, I hope you found that educational, or entertaining, or something. Let me know what's the next everything in Bewitchment you want me to do. I have all the brews, and all the curses, all the tag locks, or not tag, all the poppets, which is and all the sigils, also but brews and curses are pretty exciting. We could do those next. You decide, and if you don't, I will. Anyways, with that done, I want to thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, goodbye.